Hello my beautiful glam fam and welcome to today's video. It is that time of the year. It is the Sephora spring sales event and we're going to go over all of my top picks and recommendations for this year's sale. Plus I want to touch on some of the new products I just released, what I will be picking up and what I will be avoiding and why. If you're new here, I'm Kristi. I'd love for you to join our beautiful glam fam. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and without further ado, let's get glowing.
Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine. Shine a little tonight, not a little tonight.
Alright glam fam, let's jump right into it because I know I could take forever talking about these products because I love makeup so much and I want to give you all of my top recommendations, but I'm going to try not to cram so much in this video and try to keep it fairly short. I heard you, Jenna. I did. I hear some of you. I know some of you like the videos really long and I know some of you actually like them a lot shorter. So I'm going to try to do that happy medium and keep this pretty concise. So let's jump into my top recommendations and I'm going to take you over to this page right here because this link will be at the top of the description box right there and you can click on that and it will take you to all of my top recommendations at Sephora. So we're going to go over that list. We'll start off with the Dyson Airwrap because I know that's probably the most common one and that's the one most people want to buy because you get the most out of it. You can definitely straighten your hair, not as straight as like an air straight or a flat iron, but you can get it pretty smooth straight with that flat brush. But you also get the round brush, you also get the barrel, the different size barrels to do the curls or type of blowout curls that you can do. There's multiple amount of things. You guys know I have a full in-depth review with the Dyson Airwrap. It has actually performed really well on my channel and you guys know I go into in-depth detail with my reviews, especially with Dyson products because you spend so much money on them. I want you guys to make sure you know what you're getting out of the tool. And by far, I don't use any other hair tool. There is one other curling iron I use, but other than that, I use my Dyson Airwrap and my Dyson Air Straight and my Dyson Supersonic. That's all I use as far as hair tools and it just does wonders for my hair. The Airwrap is you just get so much bang for your buck there. It is pricey, but it is worth it. It is so incredibly good. And to this day, I still love my Dyson Airwrap. Let's go straight to the Air Straight because that Air Straight was a very incredible innovation that Dyson put out last year and truly that is probably my top Dyson product for me personally. Remember, everybody's different because we all have different hair types and hair textures. My hair is very frizzy and wavy. I just don't get that straight smooth hair. Back in the days I would have to blow dry it and then I would have to flat iron it. So what I love about the Dyson Air Straight is I don't need a blow dryer. I can literally just travel with that and kind of blow out my hair with it closed because it really does make a fantastic blow dryer as well. And I get that silky smooth straight hair without using a flat iron and without getting to that degree of heat that will damage my hair. And I go into full in-depth detail. I do not want to do that on this video. So definitely check out my full Dyson Air Straight review. Now that is different from the Corral because the Corral works like a typical flat iron. The only thing that the Air Straight doesn't do that the Corral does is that you can't curl your hair. So you typically with flat irons, you can do like a beach wave curl, right? You can't do that with the Dyson Air Straight. That is strictly for straightening your hair and it only is good for girls like me who have frizzy, curly, wavy hair that doesn't get straight on its own. And then the Dyson Supersonic. I do have a full review on the Dyson Supersonic. It was the old one because it was from a few years back, but I still use my Dyson Supersonic. I still pull that out once in a while. Now mine is 24 karat gold, so I kind of don't use it as often because I just love how beautiful it looks and I don't want to ruin it. I mean, I buy these tools to do videos on, but if I can only have one, I can't answer that question because it really depends on your hair type and preferences. If you wear your hair wavy and curly all the time, then definitely go with the Dyson Airwrap. If you're not into curls and all that and you just want a nice blowout with straight hair, I would go with the Dyson Air Straight. It is fantastic. It truly is a remarkable tool. So it just really depends on you and what your preferences are. Now, I would not invest in the Dyson Supersonic personally right now because they're coming out with another version very, very shortly that's going to have zero literally zero heat damage on your hair. And I'm not talking about the professional one that's curved. That one's coming out for hairstylists, I think in July, but there is another version for the public. And I don't think that the public is gonna get that professional one. I don't know. I don't know how they're doing that, Dyson. It's different because they're actually releasing 2 different type of blow dryers this year, but the new Supersonic is gonna be super cool. If I can find pictures, I'll show you guys because I've already personally seen them and they're amazing. It looks amazing. I definitely want to invest in that and probably just leave my little 24 karat gold one for just show because it's so beautiful. But that blow dryer looks insanely good, so I cannot wait to get my hands on the new Supersonic, and I will be doing a review on that when it comes out. Now, just so you guys know, the Dyson Airwrap now has everything I was asking for, because the last 2 Dyson Airwrap videos that I did, I said in both of those videos, I love this tool. I just wish there was a bigger round brush to really get that volumized blowout. But it is on the Ulta website and it's also on the Dyson website to buy the larger attachment for the Dyson Airwrap. So who knows if they're gonna come out with another version this year? I don't know, but I always say with these Dyson Airwraps, buy the limited edition because you will get more bang for your buck on resale. And I talk about this in the videos that when you buy a limited edition version of anything we buy in life, right? Whenever you try to go sell it on eBay or Poshmark or any of Mercari, any of those other sites that you can resell products, you're gonna get a lot more money in return. Because I don't keep my old Dyson products, I sell them to buy the new ones. And I had the limited edition original Airwrap and I got a lot more money for it. It was the purple and gray one, and versus what some people got for just the pink and gray one. So just keep that in mind. Like this ceramic pop one is beautiful, like that Tiffany blue. I love that. I love the new pink one. I think y'all know pink is my favorite color. So anyway, now if you're like, Kristi, I'm on the market for a good curling iron, Bioionic is the only curling iron I love. I have the GHD one. I have all the other brands out there that are supposedly so good. I don't think they're as good as the Bioionic. I stay true to that. It has been my favorite for the last, I think, year or 2, and I can't derail. That one is I'll show you guys right there. That is my absolute favorite. Now, if you're like, I don't have the money for that right now, Bioionic and Ulta always run really good sales on those tools. So, you know, don't always feel like, especially with these Sephora sales, I mean, a lot of the times, like right now as I'm filming, there's 50% off deals every day. There's 21 Days of Beauty of Ulta where you can get better sale deals than you would with the 10, 15, and 20% off. I'll remind you guys again right there what you get off the sale dates, because I didn't go over that in the beginning. I jumped right into it, but it starts on April 5th for us Rouge members, and then it picks up on, I can't remember, but I'll show you guys, I think April 6th or 7th or whatever it is. It's usually a few days after. Anyway, I'm gonna go over some of these hair ones really quickly. My dry shampoo of choice is gonna be Oribe Gold Lust. That is my absolute favorite dry shampoo ever made. I like the Olaplex one. It gives you a lot of volume. I like the Moroccan oil one, light, for my blonde hair. That one's really good to kind of cut down the brass at the same time, but nothing cleans my hair, has zero residue, and just gives me so much incredible volume like the Oribe. And I always try to avoid that cost, but I always go back to it. And that's just been my holy grail. So I highly recommend that one. That's my top pick for dry shampoos. And then as far as shampoo and conditioner, I think I talked about this in the last video. I know I did. And the Pureology Strength Care is just my ultimate shampoo right now. It is so incredible, you guys. My hair feels so much stronger after the last month of using this product because I had the travel sizes, and then I eventually bought the big size when I got a birthday deal at Ulta. But I really love, and Ulta runs really good shampoo deals. So, you know, if this is not a good time, then wait till those sales. I'll let you guys know in the community tab. Always have your notification bell on so you don't miss those sale alerts. Another product I really loved, and I picked this up during the fall savings event in 2023, is the Kerastase Resistance Serum. This is an incredible product for damaged hair. Insanely good, and it smells like, I can't even explain to you how amazing that smell is. And I like that. I like smells in hair products. I think it keeps, especially if we don't wash our hair every day. And then K18. K18 is just my holy grail. Like, I cannot live without this for my damaged hair. If you do not have damaged hair, you do not need to spend that kind of money on K18. I buy this in the spring and I buy it in the fall, and it lasts me through that time frame. It's just incredible for damaged hair. I really believe in it. Now, as far as foundations go, I don't have a lot of foundations at Sephora that I absolutely love, that I use every day. And you guys know that's a Maybelline Skin Tint. That's my #1 foundation of all time. It's just so incredibly good. Now, I just filmed the Polite Society More Than Just a Pretty Face. That is a beautiful foundation. And after using it the last week and a half now, I guess, 2 weeks that I've been using it, I don't know if it's now #2, and that changes. I mean, right then and there when I filmed that video, I was like, bam, that's #2 for me. That's the best foundation. And that happens, you know, it changes. That's why I like to give you guys updates and keep you updated in future videos. Sometimes I just get too excited because I'm so dramatic. I know that. And I get very excited over foundations and concealers. I think I got a little too excited over that foundation because it's not one that I'm reaching for now at this point, 2 weeks later. I still say Armani Luminous Silk, and again, I'll remind you of my top foundations right there, is still #3, but #1 at Sephora, if that makes any sense, because Maybelline and Surratt are not offered at Sephora. So if you were asking me what's your top foundation at Sephora, it would be Armani Luminous Silk, because by far those 3 interchangeably, I would say they're all almost tied for first because they all are different to me. So like Maybelline is that everyday, I mean, literally you feel like nothing's on your face. Surratt gives you that luxurious coverage, but still almost feels like Maybelline where you feel like you're wearing nothing. And then Armani Luminous Silk is kind of right there too. So I don't know, Luminous Silk and Surratt or Dewdrop are just like kind of tied for second right there. That's kind of my thoughts with foundations. Those are my top ones. And then I would say the Hourglass Concealer is still gonna be my #1 concealer, and really the only one I would recommend. I just think that's the best of the best concealer you can ever get. That's just my personal opinion. I do love Dior Forever. That's another good one, but I still love my Hourglass more. So that's kind of where that ranks there. And then of course, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder, I need to get a refill of that. So I'm probably gonna just do the refill and not the kind that comes, because I already have the compact and you can pop those out now and put in refills. Not much of a price difference, let's be honest, but there's a price difference. And with the 20% off on my Rouge discount, it helps out. And that's a powder I use every time I do my makeup, as well as the One Size, you guys know, Turn Up the Base powdered foundation. 2R is the only way I set my under eyes. I try other products and I just don't love it. Besides the Chantecaille, I use them together. Those are the only 2 under eye powders I will set my concealer with. And my concealer, it lasts all day. All concealers crease. I'm 46. That's where we are. Another product I really love, but I don't talk about that much, is the Tom Ford. And I feel bad talking about some of these products. I'm like, oh, they're so expensive. But that truly is such a magnificent powder. And I'm going to show you guys. But this is such a beautiful highlighter and almost like setting powder. I like this one better than the one I reviewed originally. But this color is so universal and it's so flattering. It's almost like a neutral shade, and it just gives like a really beautiful subtle glow to the skin. What I do with this one is I kind of like to just go on the forehead, and it kind of just leaves this subtle radiant glow from within when I do that. It's so incredibly beautiful, and there's not a lot of glitter. It just kind of makes the skin look radiant without being like greasy or anything, and there's no pore clogging ingredients in there. And then you could use this one too as like a beautiful natural highlighter. So I do love this. This is a really beautiful product. I try to like savor it and not use it too much. Those are the products that I would use my discount with now, because 10, 15, 20% off of $100 feels a little bit more like you're getting a deal versus 10, 15, 20% off of like a $20 powder, right? That's how I look at it. It's girl math. I don't know. I don't feel like it's making that much of an impact. Anyways, let's get back to the list. So next one would be my Valentino Brow Trio. You guys know that's just my That's my holy grail brow product. You get 3 products in one. You get a spoolie, a pencil, and a pen. That's fantastic. So that's my top brow pick, but I do have another one we're gonna go over when we talk about the new products. The next product is the Mario New Neutral Palette. Now, I am not a person that jumps on the Mario train. There really isn't any products besides this and the original Master Mattes that I love out of the Mario line. You guys know I did a full review on the Ethereal Eyes palette. I was not a fan. I thought that was completely overpriced, just as I think the Patrick Tall one was. I did like the original Master, which is why I picked this up, and I had points and I was like, oh man, I hope I really like this palette because I'm about to use it on it. So I didn't feel that impact of a $50 palette. Now, do I still think this is overpriced at $50? Absolutely. But do I think it is really good? Absolutely. It is a beautiful palette, and you will see me do a look on that very soon. I just want to get this video out first, but it is so incredibly good. I'll show you guys the swatches right there. It is an absolute stunning palette, and I'll show you a couple looks that I've created with that right there. I did a blue look, and then I also did more of a brown neutral look. You can wear this palette in so many different ways. If you love neutral shades, you are going to love this palette. When I got the palette, I was like, huh, okay, this is different. This isn't exactly like my neutral palette from Viseart. It's just called the Neutrals. I actually like the color story better on this one, and I never thought I would say that. Now, do I think the formula is as superb as Viseart? No. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but I think it comes pretty darn close, pretty darn close. And I like the color story on this one. So I will probably travel with this one more than I will the Viseart one. The next palette would be the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. Because we're in a time where the economy is so bad right now, I mean, we are all struggling to just buy groceries right now. I'm trying to give you guys palettes that you would use on an everyday basis, not palettes that are, oh, they're wonderful, but you're not gonna use those every day, right? The Groundworks palette and that Mario Neutral palette, I would use every single day. I don't think you need both of them. It just depends. I mean, everyone's different. Now, the Danessa Myricks one, I love that it has those cream base, and those cream bases are amazing and are gonna give you that longevity. I know the pink one just released. It's just not a palette that I will be using on my eyes that much, I don't think. I know Anne, our beautiful Glamfam sister, loves that palette, and she said it is magnificent, and she's around our age, so I feel like that means it's really good for mature skin. So definitely check that out too if that's gonna be on your list, because it is amazing. The next eyeshadow product is the new Merit Solo Shadows, you guys. I love this mid-century color. Now, do I recommend all the colors? No. I would stay away from the darker colors if that was me, just because I don't know how good they are. I know that the Brune wasn't that great. I liked it for liner, but it just didn't wear well as an eyeshadow. This mid-century is a whole nother story. There's something about this pigment. You can even kind of read the reviews online with some of the greens and the blues. I love the mid-century though. It is so, so good. It's that one and done eyeshadow that you can literally put on and go out the door. I just did a look with that, and I combined it with the Viseart Neutrals palette, but you can also do that with the Mario one. I've done it off camera with the Mario one, and it's perfect. It's just beautiful. And then the two metallics that I really love and interchange all the time are from Danessa Myricks, and it's the Color Fix. I think those are completely waterproof, bulletproof, amazing. I mean, they just truly are. Goldmine is just my holy grail. There is nothing more beautiful in a metallic formula like that. It is just truly spectacular. If you like warm, beautiful goodness, it is just, I think I did it in the Danessa Myricks video, if I remember right, you guys. I think I put it on over the Groundworks palette, so definitely check that out. But I also love Milky Way. Milky Way is a silver spectacular firebomb. If I was doing somebody's makeup for a wedding, I would use Milky Way. It is so, 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 so beautiful. It is really, truly magnificent. As far as blushes go, because I know I get a lot of questions on blushes, let's start off with the Charlotte Tilbury. That is probably my top blush I've been going to recently. I just really love that formula. And that's the, when I wear like blues and stuff, like cool tone shades, I love the fair medium. When I do more warmer shades, I love the medium deep, and they're just both, they're very different. You've got a very pink shade and a very coral type shade. I don't think the highlighter is as great. I only like the blush, so it's like, So if you're looking for just a blush, Makeup Forever is going to be my other top pick. I just love those Artist Pro Long blushes more than anything. They're so incredible. That formula is insanely good, but I don't think the shade selection is as amazing. So unless you get it on their site, I think they have better shades. Charming Poppy is one of my favorites, but that's only offered on the Makeup Forever site. And then the formula of the Valentino blushes are just incredible, and I absolutely love Orange Delight. It just reminds me so much of my Surratt one. The only thing with this one is that it has such a strong fragrance. I start to get little bumps if I wear it too much. So I'll just wear it once in a while on a special occasion. I love the packaging. It's so beautiful. The pigment is insane with those. They're highly pigmented, at least the ones that I've tried. And that Orange Delight is very, very pigmented, but it is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful formulation. I wish they would stop with the whole fragrances. I do have on my list the Tom Ford one because I really want that one. I mean, I really, really want that. So I'm probably going to wait till my next reward with that one and wait till I can get a good discount on it. But I have the Cherry Blaze. Oh my God, I want that one so bad. You guys don't even know. If somebody could just like send me money through the sky right now, I would buy that in a heartbeat. That's on my list. So I can't wait to try that someday. If you're looking for that blush that really won't go anywhere, like it is bulletproof, it would be the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm blushes. And I love the shade Rose and Brunches. That's probably the one I use the most, but I love Bellini. If you like more of those orange coral tones, that is beautiful. I own Bellini. I own Jubilee. That is a very toned down one. I think that's better for fall when you do more bronzy looks. It's beautiful, but that just is just bulletproof. If you're going somewhere and you're like, Kristi, it's going to be very, very humid, that is the one I would tell you to bring with you. And there's a new shade, Poppy Cool Pink. That one looks really beautiful. I'd love to pick that up. And I have worn that in Florida in the worst humidity, and it lasted all day. It didn't budge. So I highly recommend those blush balms for that. It is amazing. I think Amber's going on a trip and it's going to be very humid. So she asked me to do an anti-humidity video. What are good products for humidity? And that will be on the list because that is insanely good. Let's go into bronzers. Right now, you guys, I have to tell you, besides my Surratt bronzer, that Makeup Forever bronzer is still one of the best bronzer formulations ever made, as far as it checks all the boxes where it has no fragrance in it. It is refillable, I think, at some point because it looks like it's gonna pop out. It is like, it's almost like the Surratt bronzers where it gives you that effortless blend. Like you just can't go wrong. And I really, really love that color Wild Sand number 15. And I just use that for my contouring now, like really quick contouring. When I just want to bring one product with me when I'm traveling, that's the one product I would bring because it's that good. So I really love that bronzer, you guys. It's so pretty. But here are some of my other top bronzer picks. It would be Gucci because I still interchange and put that one in. The good thing about the Gucci bronzers is that although the fragrance is really strong in the beginning, it eventually just wears off. So you don't really have that fragrance once you get to like the second, third layer. So I do like that. And medium 2 is just my absolute favorite. I love that color tone. It's just that neutral, beautiful Hoola bronzer type shade, but it has a little bit more luminosity than the Hoola bronzer does. And then my next favorite bronzer, which I still have, and you guys know I used to talk about it all the time, is my Dior Forever Natural Bronzer Powders, and they don't have any coconut oil. I love shade 6, shade 7. I have videos. I'm swatching all of those, applying those. It's just such an incredible formula. The next one would be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder. I really love that one. I just applied that recently in a short and a video, and I talked to you guys about that. I really love that formula. And it's even though it's the airbrush powder, it's not the bronzer. The bronzers are good, but I feel like I have to really dig to get that pigment, where the airbrush powder in deep, it's just so incredibly pigmented as a bronzer on my skin tone, and it's such a beautiful color tone for the summer. Love, love, love that powder. And I love love it for eyeshadow too. So just because it's an airbrush setting powder doesn't mean you can't use it as bronzer. And then my other top pick would be the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. You guys know Volume 3, again, is like a setting powder for darker skin tones, but it looks so incredibly beautiful on my skin tone, or even a little bit lighter or a little bit darker. It is just such a beautiful way to bronze up the skin in the summer with something radiant and simple. I'm just trying to give you guys options. Obviously, you're not going to pick up all of these, but they're just options out there. The 3 highlighters that I absolutely love, these are my top 3 highlighters at Sephora, is the Iconic London Lit and Luminous. You guys know I can't stop raving about this highlighter. It's brand new. It's beautiful. It is a universal shade. There's only one. So unfortunately, I don't know how it would look on darker skin tones, but the models looked pretty. But I love that one. It's so beautiful. But I still reach for my Rare Beauty ones. I just can't stop using my Rare Beauty highlighters. I mean, they're just insane. The 2 I use the most, I have 3, but the 2 I use the most are Exhilarate and Mesmerize. When I do cool tone looks, today I have Mesmerize on, but when I do more golden looks, I use the Exhilarate. They're just the best highlighter ever made. It truly is. Probably even more than the Lit and Luminous the more I play with them, just because those are the ones I just reach for. They glide so easily like butter. It's incredible. And then I love my Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting for just more simple looks. I just love that one, and the Tom Ford one. All right, let's try to speed this up. We have the lip products. You guys always gonna, it's Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner, ABH Hazelnut Chef's Kiss. Other product I just can't stop using is my Peachy Nude, and that's Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet. I can't believe I like a liquid lipstick. I never ever thought I would like a liquid lipstick. I just never cared for them, and she nailed that formula. It is just insanely beautiful. That is the most beautiful peachy nude color. Oh, I can't get enough of that combination right there. It's so beautiful. This little combo right here is just incredible. And this is the ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills Diamond Lip Glosses, and that's in Honey Kiss. That is just the best color ever created. It's the best lip gloss ever created. Truly, truly. And the only thing it's missing is the plumping action, which is why I love my Polite Society ones and my City Beauty one. But this is just a color that cannot be replicated right now. It's just so incredible. So these are just kind of products I'm breezing through. The new Dior Forever Glow Multi-Use Complexion Enhancing Booster. I was recently asked by our Glamfam sister Erin about this. This is packed with coconut oil. Be careful. Be very, very, very careful with that. I wanted to pick it up, but of course it is packed with pore clogging ingredients. Now, Laura Mercier did come out with an ultra blur talc free waterproof translucent powder, and I need to confirm with you guys if it has coconut oil in there, but I do not see it in there. So if you want to try that one, I know some of you like talc free products, and that comes in 3 different shades, so you can definitely check that out. One other product I do want to test out is the new Ultra Precise Benefit Brow Pencil. Now, I have not been a fan of Benefit pencils and pens in the past. I mean, long time ago when there wasn't really a whole lot, I liked it. But now they have an ultra thin one, and I tested it out in store, and I'm kind of intrigued now. Alongside the Detailer Pencil, Benefit also launched their brand new Precisely My Brow Tinted Eyebrow Wax. So I'm very intrigued by that, and I want to do a video on both of those products. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know if you want to see that. Let's take a look at my shopping list, what's in my shopping bag right now. Those are the products I don't own that I want to pick up, and I will probably narrow down that list, but that's the list so far. It's like when you go to the grocery store and then at the checkout, you're like, okay, I'm gonna eliminate that, I'm gonna eliminate that. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. So the first thing I have on my list is the new Kerastase Premier Repairing High Shine Oil for Damaged Hair. That also has a heat protectant in it, and I definitely want to check that out and see if I like it. But this is for sure, I'm gonna get the new Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blush. I have the shade Happy and the shade Joy. One is pink and one is more peach. And I definitely want to test those out. Even though I'm not a luminous blush type of girl, I really am intrigued by those. So I am definitely going to be doing a video on that. Stand by for that. Hopefully I'll be able to get that and turn it around before the sale ends. I also have the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumper in the shade Nudie. I love that formula. It's not the most plumping type of of lip product, but it's a very moisturizing and very glossy formula, and that color is just screaming my name. It looks so incredibly beautiful. The next hair product I have on is the Oribe Gold Dust Dry Heat Protection Spray. This has actually a heat protectant in it, so I'm really excited. You guys know I already mentioned I love the dry shampoo in that entire line, and I also use the texture spray. So this will be a really good addition to what I already have. Then the last thing I have on my list that I really want to buy is the new Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops Sun Glow Serum. So I'm really excited to test that out for this summer. I never tried the original and it doesn't have coconut oil in it, so I'm really excited about that. But those are on my for sure list. These are the products that are brand new that I will definitely not be getting because it is packed with coconut oil. And number one is the Patrick Ta new shade, and that's his Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder. You guys know I was a big fan of She's All That. I did a video on all of those shades. I had all of them, and I had to end up throwing them away because they all have coconut oil in it. And at that time when I filmed the video, I had no idea about coconut oil and all of that. And I couldn't figure out why I was always breaking out. And I used that product non-stop. So all of those were eliminated from my makeup collection, plus they were getting moldy, which did not make me happy because I spent a lot of money on those blushes. Saie just released a brand new concealer, and it's their new Slip Tint Radiant All Over Concealer with niacinamide. That is packed with capric caprylic triglyceride, and I want to say it's the first ingredient, so I would stay far away from that if you have pores or acne prone skin or allergic to coconut alkalines. The new Super Goop Daily SPF 50 sunscreen tinted is packed with coconut oil, so stay away from that, my girlies out there that have any type of acne prone skin or enlarged pores. The other product I will be avoiding is the popular Haus Labs Lady Gaga blushes. Those are packed with capric caprylic. If you guys wonder why I'm not going to do a video on any of these products, it's because of that. It's so unfortunate because there's a lot of great ones that launched that look intriguing, but I definitely have to stay away from. I do have the Isle of Paradise on my wish list. You'll see, because you'll see more products in that Shop My List that I'm not going to go through because we'll be here all night. But the Sunny Serum Instant Face Bronzer is definitely one that's on my list. And that one I was hoping, and I don't think I see any capric caprylic or any type of coconut alkalines in there. There's like sunflower seed oil and stuff like that. And I am a huge fan of Isle of Paradise for self tanners. That's actually the one self tanner I go to, and that is the Isle of Paradise Self Tanning Oil Mist. I can do dark and I can also do medium, but I just go with dark because I just want that instant glow. And it doesn't have too strong of a scent like the Curb Appeal stick doesn't either. There are two applicators I want to briefly touch on, and that is, one is the Yummy Skin 1.0 from Danessa Myricks. I love that brush for cream blushes and for powdered blushes. I love the angle of it. I love that you can just press the product in there. You can use it with your Yummy Balm blurring powders. Anything you have is just, it really presses it in really beautifully, and I absolutely love that brush. And then my Patrick Ta Nose Contour Brush, I cannot live without. And I might, if I have extra money, and I might wait for Sephora Rewards, pick up an extra one for my travel bag, because I love it that much. I need to wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching and joining me. Let me know your thoughts and what you're picking up during the sale. And if there's anything that stood out to you that you're like, Kristi, maybe try this. And if it doesn't have coconut oil, maybe I'll try it out. So let me know your thoughts. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join our beautiful Glam Fam. We're here every week and we just love for you to become part of our family. Please, again, drop a comment. Please give this video a huge thumbs up and follow me on all of my socials. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know